welcome back to Age Doctor Who. You join me at my Jimmy Jams for the thoughts on episode 4, Village of the Angels.
Apologise because you got to put up with me having an undone pajama top.
I would do it up, but it's really hot in here. I've already got the window open. Yeah, apologies for this, but please just try to ignore it, alright, in my efforts to avoid getting heat stroke. Alright, episode 4, Village of the Angels. This is like our first proper weeping episode. Off to a great start. First Weeping Angel episode we've had in about 9 years, I think, since Angels Take Manhattan in 2012, I think was the last proper one, so been a while. Doesn't feel quite that long though, weirdly enough. I think right off the bat this is a really good Weeping Angel story in general. I don't know if that's partly because we haven't seen them in so long, so I think they've had a good long rest and it was good to see them come back again. It might be a combination of that and the fact that it was just a really good script, to be honest. But yeah, overall great use of Weeping Angels. I really liked the music in this episode as well, in particular is really good. Sega Nakanola's been on like top form this entire series so far, and I quite like some of the little like weird like ambient sounding music stings that he put in like a lot of times in the episode when the angels like attack and stuff. It's like this weird like sound. It's like a really alien sounding noise, and I just think it fits really well. Right off the bat, very quickly, going for character stuff. Regular cast, all brilliant. Guest cast, I think they're all great, pretty much all of them. Nothing really to complain about there. Actually, pretty good child actor for once as well. We don't get that very often in Doctor Who, certainly not recently anyway. So yeah, and just sort of in general, I think another really enjoyable episode. Probably not the best of the series. I think War of the Sontarans is still the strongest one so far. If I was going to place this one, I'd probably place it probably just below War of the Sontarans actually. I think this is the second best episode we've had of Series 13 so far. So yeah, apparently now it turns out the Weeping Angels were also members of the division, and I'm starting to wonder how many flipping operatives does this organisation have, for God's sake? This is getting beyond a joke by this point. This division organisation has had a bunch of Gallifreyans and Time Lords as part of it, including the, I guess we could say, pre-Doctor with the Timeless Child. It's had Carbonissa, and now it's had Weeping Angels. I swear, if the Ood in the next time trailer turns out to be another one of the operatives, I'm just going to be like, well, that's it, I don't trust anyone anymore. They could all be spies for this organisation. My whole view of the reality of this show has been shattered. Funny enough, that's probably what a lot of people said at the end of Series 12, although in a non-ironic way. On the subject of the division, what a cliffhanger! The Doctor's now been reclaimed, apparently, by this organisation, so I don't know where that's going to go. They've sort of got her under lock and key in a very weird way. Was it really necessary to turn the Doctor into a Weeping Angel as a form of containment? Like, I feel like they could have just... Oh, I don't know. It's got a nice bit of shock factor to it, I guess, so that's probably why they put it in, actually, to be honest. But, gotta give them credit for doing something we've not seen before. Yeah, the whole sort of A-plot, I guess, about the Angels attacking this village, as it turns out, not as a form of hunting ground, as I originally thought. I thought this was going to be like an Angels Take Manhattan kind of scenario, and they was going to, like, attack the people of the village in 1967, send them back to 1901? I think it was 1901. Yeah, send them back to 1901, let them live through to the village, zap them back again, and have it be like a continuous sort of feedback loop. I thought it was going to be something like that, but as it turns out it wasn't. There's actually a squad of angels who were on orders from the division to come and reclaim this rogue one that's very conveniently claims to have all the information the Doctor wants about her stolen memories. So, I mean, we're episode 4 out of 6 through this series now. We've got to get moving somehow, haven't we? So, but yeah, it's interesting to see the angels done in a slightly different way as well, rather than just being these hyper-intelligent, ruthless hunter things. Yeah, that's the best description I can come up with off the top of my head on such short notice. It's nice to see them displaying some kind of, like, other objective for once, you know? Yeah, the whole A-plot and the cliffhanger at the end, brilliant, and the implications of that as well. Don't know how that's gonna wind up. Could we possibly be having a Doctor Light episode next time? I don't know. A couple more things I want to quickly go over before I have a few little words to say about the next time trailer for next episode. I will probably put that towards the end of the video, just giving you a heads up. And yeah, also some stuff about the B-plot, I guess you could say. Going back to stuff with Bell and Vinda, doesn't take as much of a centre stage this time around as last time, which is understandable because we have this other thing that we're supposed to be focusing on, you know, the whole Weeping Angel thing and the main overarching plot. But it's nice to see them come back at least in a small capacity. Bell a lot more than Vinda this time. With Bell's side plot, for one thing at the end we get an advancement of the whole her and Vinda trying to find each other again in the aftermath of this Flux thing. But we also get the reveal that Azure at the very least. No sign of Swarm in this episode, so yeah, he's come back next episode though, so that's good. But yeah, Azure at least is using those passenger form things from the last episode to supposedly what looks like rounding up all the survivors of this giant universal apocalypse, should we say. So having somehow had a connection to wiping out the entire time-space continuum, I guess, they're now taking it upon themselves to round up any survivors and do God knows what with them, so don't know where we're going with that. Basically, this episode is continuing the tradition of drip feeding us more answers and info about the overarching story, while also creating about 3 more mysteries for every drop of answers it gives us. Essentially, if I got to sum up the episode, it would be brilliant Weeping Angel story with great use of this plot twist sort of in the second half going in towards the end, which has very much succeeded in making me have absolutely no clue what the fuck they're going to be doing next time. Also, funnily enough, the guy from 1820 didn't decide to crop up randomly this time for a scene, spout out some vague, mysterious stuff and then disappear, so where's 1820's guy when you need him? It's all good though, he was in the trailer and it looks like it could be, I don't know, given how we're on the penultimate episode next week, maybe they'll start explaining what his part in this story is, I don't know. No answers about who the mysterious old woman was at the end of last episode, I didn't really expect that, we probably won't see that until next episode at best, I don't think. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can really think to say on this one. So, a few random thoughts I had while watching the trailer for next episode. Let's get into a little bit of, I guess, speculation. Biggest thing I noted in the trailer was there's going to be an Ood next episode. Now, that wasn't the biggest thing I noted. It's nice to see the Ood come back though, but yeah. The biggest thing I noted was the Great Serpent was back from Vinder's backstory scenes at the end of the last episode. Okay, no, that's also not the biggest thing I noted in the trailer, but it's still kind of interesting that they're bringing back that rather sly, bastard-esque character from the flashbacks to the last episode. It seems like quite an interesting character to have as a villain. But yeah, biggest thing I noted from the trailer was Kate Stewart appears to be coming back, so I guess the rumours about Unit returning are true. Don't know how I feel about that other than I'm glad that's happening. We haven't seen Unit since Series 9, I don't think, have we? The Zygon 2-parter. That was 2015, so it goes to show you how long ago that was. But yeah, nice to be seeing Unit come back, or at the very least seeing Kate Stewart return. Be interesting to see what her reaction is to the new Doctor as well. New Doctor by her point of view, at least. I'm wondering if perhaps, because next week is episode 5 out of 6, there's only 2 more left of the series, and then we'll have the 3 specials next year, so I feel like it'll probably be a sort of semi-2-part-esque finale sort of thing going on right now. It seems like the stakes are like right up in the air already, so I'm not sure how much they're going to be raising them by the end of episode 5 next week and then going into episode 6. I mean, but by this point, with the kind of stakes they've been putting out in this series so far, I'm fully expecting this series to end with the like actual destruction of all reality, and they just have to like reboot it somehow. Although not in the same way they did in Series 5, because that would be a bit of a cop out. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that was another edition of Jake spews his scrambled thoughts of the latest episode of Doctor Who. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back roughly the same time next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, with the thoughts video on episode 5, Survivors of the Flux. That's all I have for the video this week, and bye! Also, does anybody want to like post me some batteries for this Sonic, because they're pretty much dead. All it does is light up for a couple seconds. If anyone posts me 3 LG13 little silver batteries for this, I will be eternally grateful. Sayonara!